Welcome everyone, Joseph Hastrader here from the EWH University for Small Business, and I want to welcome you to our Leadership Essential course. In a little bit here, you're about to join us for one of the live classes that we had. We just wanted to give you a brief preview of a little bit about what you're going to learn during this particular program. You're going to learn about a very powerful tool called DISC. DISC is going to help us understand the different leadership styles and approaches. D, I, S, and C, which you're all going to learn about here in a little bit, all are a different style and a different approach to leadership. And the beautiful thing about DISC is it's observable. So you can tell what somebody's style is by observing them. Sometimes very quickly, other times it takes just a little bit more. But understanding some of these clues will give us powerful insights into their world and how they like to communicate, or maybe how they like to be managed, or also what kind of operating environment they like to be in. More specifically though, we all know the golden rule, right? Treat others as you'd like to be treated, which works fine if you're like me. But this is really about the platinum rule. Treat others as they want to be treated. And by understanding DISC, we can observe their behavior, we can understand ourselves, and then we can understand how to adapt our communication to be successful with the outcomes we're looking for in that communication. It's also extremely powerful in sales, customer service, or leadership, and yes, anything that involves a human being. Because it gives us a greater understanding for ourselves and others, and where our strengths are going to be and where their strengths are going to be, and how we can come together to collaborate in a way to be more powerful together than we would on our own. Which also brings us to one of the next most powerful applications of DISC, is job benchmarking and job hiring, and hiring people for success and hiring the right person for the right role. That terminology always sounds funny. How do you know if you have the right person for the right role? Well, there's a lot of things that go into it, but what we want to look at is what is their natural behavioral style compared to the behaviors that are required of the job consistently. You can imagine if you have an introverted accountant working in an extroverted role like a salesperson all day long, or if you had an extroverted salesperson working the role of being an introverted accountant all day long. Those aren't roles that are natural for them. So what DISC allows us to do is understand what's their natural behavioral style and how to best line them with what specific job or a role that will self-reinforce their nature. Because when we're put in a role we're not made for, it's like an uphill battle for everybody. But when we're put in a role that we're made for, or aligned with what our natural behavioral styles are and our skills, then we're in our flow, we're in our element, and we can excel. So I am very excited for you, for the session that you are about to see, because every time people go through this session, they get a ton of aha moments about themselves and understanding themselves better, or someone that they love, oh, that's why my husband or spouse does that. Or they get a huge insight with someone that's always been difficult for them, and they have such a greater appreciation. And when they go back to that interaction and that person from that place differently, the interaction and communication's already shifted, because one person's already shifted their appreciation and understanding of the other person. And sometimes that's all it takes. And that's really what the exciting outcome is for you on the other side of this session. So we're excited to see you there, and we'll have more amazing tools and resources for you there too. Thanks for joining us.